This morning, I'm joined by Adrian Bruce and Harry King from Yulong Stud, and we're going to chat about an exciting filly we currently have in full training here at Tulloch Lodge by Pierata. This filly was an absolute steal at the English Classic sale, where we secured her for 130,000 from the draft of Valiant Stud. She is the first foal out of the listed winning showcasing mare Flaunting. She is closely related to the Group 3 winner and Group 1 performer Arbelleton, and also the Group 3 winner Rocket Commander. The stable has enjoyed a lot of success buying out of this particular sale. One filly of note is Azula, who we purchased last year for $100,000. Our Pierata Flaunting filly is actually going to run in the same colours. So these are Monique Annette's colours, and we have a lot of luck with them. Adrian, what was it that drew you to this filly at the sales?
Yeah, hopefully, exactly. Hopefully, we can find another Azula out of this particular sale. It's probably a sale more so than any other throughout the year that we go there and try and buy on type. More so than anything, I guess the pedigrees to an extent sort of come involved later on. But yeah, more so than ever, we're really targeting that specific type of horse that we feel we can sort of really be effective with. And like you said, the results are there that we are targeting the right types of horses. We're able to buy there at a nice price point. I think it's a great entry point for owners to get involved at that sort of 100,000, 100 to 200,000. With the prize money on offer now, there's a great chance of sort of being able to recoup that back on the track. And she very much fitted in that particular mould. A nice, strong, fairly well balanced. Plenty of athletic qualities about her that we really liked. And as we sort of touched on Azula, I think she, in terms of sort of a time frame and profile, she could be exactly that. Expect her to be racing at 2. We saw Azula through the Winter Carnival. She was able to get an important stakes win for her CV as a 2-year-old over that Winter Stakes Carnival. So later in the season, and then opening up options sort of with her, we're going to try and target the 1,000 guineas now later in the campaign. But they're the types of fillies that you can go buy something on type that you feel later down the track commercially is going to be attractive to breeders, and then sort of our jobs to sort of really enhance the value through its race record and pedigree. So she's every chance of doing that. She'll get up early, she'll race on, and a bit of scope to get over a bit of ground.
And Harry, Pierata is a new addition to the roster with you at Yulong. What was it that drew you to getting Pierata to Yulong, and can you tell us about the support that you've given him this year?
So there was many points, I suppose, with a horse like Pierata, and we've had a few really nice weanlings come through the farm. He was a horse, I suppose, that was always on the radar. He's an elite performer, a very good stallion out of a flying spur mare. He showed a lot of precocity at 2. He was a winner, and he did place behind a good mare called Melody Bell, and she was a champion 2-year-old in her own right. So I suppose performance, physique, and pedigree. Performance, all-age stakes winner. He ran against some of the best horses, Nature Strip, in her time, Santa Ana Lane. So the list goes on. Beat Classic Legend and Red Zell as well. The next one we look at is probably the pedigree. He's by an out-and-out champion stallion that just keeps going to new heights, and just keeps going. It's a culmination of Flying Spur, Piero, Octagonal, Lonhro, and Zabeel. So when you've got a stallion with those credentials in the barn, it's very exciting. We'll be supporting him with some very good mares this year as well. So we generally will look for performance, physique, and pedigree for a stallion prospect. And goodness, if you can get 2, that's great. And we're just very fortunate that Pierata's got all 3.
Harry, it's really great to have you on the Zoom today. Thank you so much for joining us. I probably just observations. Number one, I'd say to everyone watching this is a huge play from Yulong. Normally you're working on a stallion deal where you're looking at 3 to 4 years of income before they've got runners. So you've got a good amount of time there to get back your capital. But, on the back of strong yearling results, going to the right trainers, a horse with the right profile, serve some lovely mares, Yulong have gone and bought this horse, 6 months out from having his first 2-year-old runners. So that is a huge play, a huge vote of confidence. And I must say, Harry, we were in the same corner, mate. He was a first crop sire that on all our ratings. He just had a lot of horses come up into our short lists. And in the end, we've actually been able to secure 3 of them for the stable, which is more than any other first crop sire this year. So, mate, we're right behind you guys. Obviously, a son of Piero, who did so well in the stable. I'd say the only difference probably with them is they probably look sharper than the Pieros. You know, you must remember this guy got up, ran at 2 just like Piero. He contested Group 1 races, though, at 2, 3, and 4, but was very much a sprinter. He's out of a flying spur mare. He was a very sharp horse, won in all age, but of course you can see behind me there, ran nature strip to within a nose of winning a Galaxy over 1,100 meters too. So this is a really fast horse. I thought his stock looked very sharp, very precocious, and I thought this filly was very much in the same way. Her mother, Flaunting, she was a really sharp 2-year-old, this filly. She ran pre-Christmas, ran second on debut at Waikato pre-Christmas, then won on the 29th of December of her 2-year-old year, and then contested the Magic Crack Million, I should say, where she ran behind Probabile, came back and won the stakes race at 2. So there's a bit of precocity on the bottom side. And, Adrian, you're getting all those 2-year-old winners, mate. Another, as at the 22nd of June, another couple of 2-year-old winners yesterday, including the little Pumper, who was from the Classic sale, again, bought in that 100 grand range. What's she showing at home, mate? Is she showing that little bit of precocity and speed that we've seen from the sire and dam?
Yeah, she certainly is. I guess it sort of probably all makes sense when you explain the pedigree like that. Sort of going into the sales, weren't necessarily expecting the Pieratas to be too early, nor were we concerned by that. But certainly this filly has shown us that early days. She's had a good foundation. She's on her, I guess, sort of her first serious campaign through the stable at present. She's jumping out on Friday, and then we're going to send her out for a 4-week spell. That'll sort of have her back in the stable. All options are going to be open then for the spring. If she continues to do well and continues on that path that we've set her for, she'll have an opportunity to be racing over that time before the new year. So she's forward enough and physically strong enough. We parade her at the stables there on Sunday when you're down, Bruce. I just thought she physically looked in excellent shape and condition, and one that I think off the back of what she's done now and a short break, she'll just spring right ahead in the right manner.
Just to put an end to this, one thing that Gay absolutely loves to see on a pedigree is speed on speed. And this filly has the biggest green tick on type, temperament, and pedigree. So we really couldn't ask for much more from her. We are going to have her on show at our Sunday stables on the first Sunday of July. As I said, she is racing in the silks of Azula, Major Beal. So they are some very successful silks. We're going to try get some of the ownership group down on that Sunday. So if you'd like to inspect her at the stables before then, come along to the stables or secure your share in this filly at this exceptional price point, please give myself, Bruce Slade, or Claudia Miller a call.